Um, top 10 in the U.S. right now. Number 1 is Tiger King. Number 2 is Ozark. Number 3 is All American. Number 4 is How to Fix a Drug Scandal. Number 5 is Nailed It. Number 6, The Roommate. Number 7, Unorthodox. Number 8, Players Club. Number 9, Salt. And number 10, Bloodfather. I have not seen several of those, most of those actually. And this is not, to be clear, this is not a discussion of our favorite Netflix, favorite things on Netflix all time. It's a totally other debate. Top 3, these are our recommendations for what we've been watching right now, what I would tell a friend to recommend, and what we're talking about with friends. Jordan, I've got my 3. You got your 3. You want to go first?
Sure. I will go first.
Okay.
So, drum roll. So, I'm throwing a curveball. This isn't a Netflix show, but it's streaming. You can get it easy, and it's my favorite show out right now. It's called Dave. It's a story about Lil Dicky and his upcoming as a rapper. It's on FX, but you can stream it on Hulu. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on Netflix eventually. But that show is hilarious. It's 6 episodes deep right now, so it's the first season. If you haven't been watching,
I've seen that show as well. It's good.
It's a show for everyone. I think he's going to win an Emmy from it, and it's an incredible story. So, and it's very, 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 very funny. So that's my number 1 right now out of all shows.
Okay.
And number 2, I'm going to go with right now that's trending. I'm going to go with All American. I know it's number 3 on that Netflix list, but All American, I just finished and binge watched season 2. I like it, and it's just another sign of missing sports. Like having a football show on Netflix that's entertaining and has a lot of drama to it. It's exciting. It's kind of more of like a new era of Friday Night Lights. I mean, I don't think anything will ever beat Friday Night Lights. Sets forever, but it's very entertaining. A lot of drama, and both seasons there's 15 episodes per season. So I mean, it'll keep you entertained for a while. So I would highly encourage watching All American, especially if you're missing some football. Then number 3, I was on the fence about this, back and forth. I'm going to go. So hear me out here. I'm going to go right now still with Love is Blind. I'm an advocate of it. I know I preached it with the first episode that we did during these quarantine times.
Yep.
Great show. I would encourage to watch it. But creeping right behind it is Tiger King. It's coming. But I have not finished Tiger King. I'm still on. I need to watch the last 3 episodes, so I can't put it in the top 3 until I finish it. I know it's trending everywhere. I know all about Carl Baskin and all these people, but I don't know. I can't give it my true rating until I finish the season. So I got some watching to do tonight.
So okay. So we've got a non-Netflix show as number 1 in our top 3 Netflix power rankings. Then you gave us 4, but that's all right. We tried to. Jordan doesn't like to follow rules on these. If you've listened to any episodes,
hey, I'm just being someone, man. You don't have to follow the rules when you're being someone. I'm doing me.
Very simple rules, very simple parameters, but it's okay. All right. Well, my top 3 right now on Netflix mirrors very closely what the top 3 are in America. At least the top 2 are the same. I've got Tiger King number 1, hands down. Ozark number 2.
I haven't even finished it either, though.
Ozark number 2 and Love is Blind at number 3. I haven't seen many of those.
Whoa! Wait a second. Did I just hear Love is Blind made your top 3?
Absolutely. You converted me on it.
Last time we were called you're a hater. Such a hater. Haters.
The previews are ridiculous. I've watched a few and I actually enjoy it. It's like a train wreck you can't look away from.
See?
It's like you'll get into the show and I'm like, all right, this is actually pretty good. It's actually kind of interesting. And then, and I'm like, yeah, I can identify all this stuff. And then they'll just start crying out of nowhere or telling them how much they love them. And they met them like 2 weeks earlier and they've never even actually never met them. They've talked to him through a wall a couple times. But I find myself just wanting to see more. How are they going to react when they see each other? How are they?
It's addicting, man.
I know. Oh, I bet that girl's not going to like that guy because that guy's a weirdo or something like that, or he looks cool. Whatever. I mean, who am I to judge? But it's good television. I got to say, I've watched a few. And I've watched a couple watching it with my fiance. She'll fall asleep. She's not really into the show. And then I'll just stay up watching it for like another 30, 45 minutes because it's very entertaining. I want to know what happens. I want to see the train wrecks. I want to see, I want to see some of these relationships just blow up, but I also want to see them work out. It's like
keep on watching, man. It only gets better. Hey,
it's
Nick, I'm proud of you, man. I'm very proud of you. Like,
thank you. I was skeptical, but I was like, all right, I got to at least watch one or two. And I think they've been really great. Ozark, which I have at number 2, I'm about 2 episodes away. I'm probably going to finish watching them after this podcast, actually, and just binge the rest. That, it's dark. It's definitely anxiety inducing a little bit, but it's very compelling. And it's just kind of it's a riveting show. And I don't know. I wasn't really a believer at first for a while, and I just caught up on it all in the last week and a half to 2 weeks. And it's good stuff. I'm almost watching it a little slower now, just so I can still have something to look forward to. It's kind of like Game of Thrones when I binge watched that a year ago or so, and I did it all so quick. I wish I had spaced it out a little more because when it was done, there was nothing left.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, although there's a lot of time right now to watch a lot of shows, so I don't think I need to be worried about that too much.
It's still good to space it out. Like for All American, like I easily could have watched season 2 in maybe 2 days, but I was just like, well, I'm just gonna watch 2 episodes at a time. It should at least give me like a week to finish the season.
Yeah,
I didn't want to ruin it all in 1 or 2 days. Like it's just part of the binge watching experience. Like,
well, and with Tiger King at number 1. I haven't watched it all. I've seen like 2 episodes right now, but again, I actually deliberately trying to space that out a little bit. I know that Joe Exotic made it seemed like he had a questionable video about some comments he made. But the characters in this show are just so ridiculous. Between Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin, Doc Antle, who I think Doc Antle should be played by Will Ferrell in a spinoff. He is exactly like a real life version of Ashley Schaefer from Ashley Schaefer BMW. If you've watched Eastbound and Down, Kenny Powers.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Eastbound and Down, shit, like get Danny McBride as the Tiger King. Like he would crush that role.
That would be.
Like he'd be great.
I think that's a marriage waiting to happen. I mean, it is. And what's the guy's name? Joe. I wrote it down. Rick Kirkland, the guy with the black, like the black cowboy hat, the leather hat. It looks like Crocodile Dundee. I mean, all these characters are so ridiculous.
Almost.
But the crazy thing is that and they're hamming it up for the cameras, and this is like their moment, but the craziest thing about all this is that it's real, and this is actually a subculture in America of people that have these these tigers, and it's amazing.
Oklahoma.
It's amazing that it's not illegal. Yeah, one state north of here.
Yeah.
Scary to think about. And Carol Baskin's wanted for murder, right? Or didn't that I think it just came out.
Or they're reopening the case apparently.
I mean, none of that surprises me.
Also,
it's some of the most like shocking and just like jaw-dropping real life stuff that I've ever seen.
Yeah. Also, awesome prayers to Tiger King. Apparently, he has corona out in prison.
Joe Exotic?
Better soon. Yeah, Joe Exotic. Apparently, he's got corona right now, or he's in isolation at least. So, hey, get better, gang.
So those are our top. That's our top 3. 3 for me, 4 from Jordan.
3.5.
But and that I have seen that little Dickie show. I saw like the first couple episodes. Is Dave his real name? Is that why it's called Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on Hulu, right? You said?
Yeah, it's on Hulu. You can watch it on Hulu, but it's an FX show.
That show's it just came on. It just came on after something else I was watching. And I saw the one episode where he's talking to, I can't remember who the rapper is, but he goes and records him at his studio, and he goes viral.
Oh yeah, And they're like $10,000 to have an album
Yeah.
or to a record with it. But yeah, it goes viral. But like, that's a crazy thing about it. Like, a lot of it's true. You know, like his boy Gator, like that's his actual homeboy. That's his hype man. Like,
Yeah.
he's playing the same role. You know, it's pretty cool. So
I think the last time we did a rankings list was our top 10 bars, where you put Oakmont in the top 10 bars in Houston. So would love to hear what people have to say. Let us know what you're watching right now, what you're binging on Netflix. Love to hear recommendations. We could revisit this as the coronavirus quarantine continues, because Lord knows we're going to be watching a lot of Netflix and platforms as well.
After these quarantine times, let's be honest, all of us would be very happy to go to Oakmont. Just throwing it out there.
I still don't think I'm going to be happy to go to Oakmont. I will be happy to go out, that's for sure.
But I tried to forget that list. That's in the past.